story for you guys. This is my third time filming this video. I have been so overly critical of myself in the way that I am trying to film this, and I got to thinking about it, and I realized I am treating this video the exact same way I treated my thesis defense. And here's the reason. This does feel like a thesis defense to me. This is an entire year of a project that I've been doing. This is me trying to figure out how to share this with you guys when it's been hours and hours and days and days and days of work. I stressed myself out for my thesis defense. I had all my little 3x5 note cards. I had my entire thesis committee sit before me to determine whether or not I was getting my degree or not. And you know what happened? I ended up throwing those 3x5 cards on the podium and I never looked at them. And you know why? Because my thesis was something that really truly came from my heart. So I decided, ultimately, that's what I'm going to do with this video today. I'm going to do minimal editing with this one, and I'm not going to stress myself. We are going to have a very simple heart-to-heart about what this is and what I've done and what I want to share with you guys. Now, I suspect that this is going to be the video that mostly my subscribers see, so you guys already know what I do with these skincare trials. So I won't rant too much about that, since you know. You know. But I do have an announcement for you guys. It's something that I think will really be helpful. I hope it will at least. And that is a blog. And I know I feel a disturbance in the force and that some people are groaning at the concept of a blog. But this is a funny story too. This is something that I started months ago after my Glam Glow video mysteriously disappeared when I realized I don't have any kind of backup of these. I've done, at this point, it's 28 brands plus a bunch of other products through the multi-brand videos I've done. At this point, it's well over 300 products and I can't even keep track of them anymore. So I said, okay, how am I going to sort everything out? How am I really going to remember? So I decided to put it on the internet as a backup system where I would write out a paragraph on every single product that I've tried. And I also added to that a grading system just so I know what did I really like, what didn't I like. So I'm going to go ahead and link the blog below. It's really nothing super special. It's just something that hopefully will help you guys to be able to get better direction on products so you don't have to watch 28 videos. At this point, I would genuinely feel bad if you had to sit through 28 videos. If you want to go watch some, please do. But don't sit through all of them. Just go to the blog and look up what you're interested in and decide what you want to watch from there. So anyway, the blog is intended to be a tool. I'm also going to use it for certain topics. I went ahead and did a blog post on empties. I just don't like empties videos. They're too exhausting to look at empty products and whatnot. So I have empties up on there. I think I'm going to do some sale posts. I think that'd be a really good way to give suggestions of what's coming up in like Ulta sales or whatever, just to be able to point you to products. I think it makes more sense on a blog than on YouTube. And the blog also has a couple of other helpful pages. One is how to use skincare, because I get asked that all the time. How do you use all the products you talk about? So I'll have a page on that I'll link below, as well as my top recommendations, which I'm doing by skin type and also concern. I get asked a lot what my favorites are, and I'm gonna kind of touch on it here, but I don't want you to take my favorites as necessarily the products that you should buy, because everyone has a different skin type. So that was the point of doing it that way, so I don't have to make an hour-long video recommending products by everybody's skin type. It's all just up on the blog. And then one more thing that I'm really excited about is the Dupes page. That's also difficult to talk about. When you're talking about skincare, a dupe can never be as close in skincare as it is in makeup. And what I mean by that is when you're talking about duping a lipstick, for example, you're looking at mostly the color, sometimes the formula to some extent, but you know that you're not going to get the exact same product. The problem with skincare is the list of ingredients is the magic. It's not the color in skincare. It's not the finish in skincare. It's the ingredients. And a company can't legally replicate another company's formula, but a lot of ingredients do act in similar ways, so you can have products that kind of do the same thing. So I did put together an entire page of that. That's still under construction because I feel like I'm going to update it as I keep finding more and more dupes. So I'm really excited about it. Please do let me know in the comments below what you think of the blog. It's something new. We'll see how it goes. And then you guys know, of course, that I like to do a giveaway. If we knew each other in person, in real life, I would just give so many of you guys just like extra little samples that I have. Since that is not the reality, I like to put together a bunch of my favorite products just as little samples so you can try them too and just give them to somebody who is a subscriber. So I'm going to do that again, and this time I have that through my blog. So the way to enter that will be to subscribe to the blog and also to comment on this video. That'll get you 2 entries. And since I'm doing that one a little differently, this time make sure that you are subscribed so that you get the notification for the video. I will put up the date that the video will go up, and I will pre-film it so that it goes up on time. And this time the winner must email me within 72 hours. There's just been so much disappointment and difficulty with giveaways that I'm still trying to find the right system for that. But that is everything that you can win. I'm definitely very excited for this. I really love to share the products that I love, so I hope you guys enjoy that as well. Alright, so for the rest of this video, I've decided to just talk to you guys about what has stood out to me so much that I've either repurchased it or I just have continued to use it. This is a little tricky for me to talk about because I've honestly always been doing a trial. However, there have been some products that have been so good that I've bought them anyway. I want to talk about my favorite brands the best that I can, bearing in mind that that's difficult to talk about. So I'm gonna have to say that my top 2 brands are Drunk Elephant and Peter Thomas Roth. These are really potent brands, and if you have sensitive skin at all, you probably won't like these brands. I'm just going to give it to you real, you probably won't. They're very, very potent. But that's why I like them. I gravitate very strongly towards glycolic acid in particular. My skin loves it, and I love it back. And I think that's why I just absolutely adored this Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. It's been incredible for me. And this is $90, so this was not cheap, but it was so good that I didn't care. I liked a lot of other products from Drunk Elephant, but just because of where I am with skincare, I haven't repurchased anything else. However, Peter Thomas Roth is a brand I did kind of a while ago, and because of that, I've bought a lot of products from Peter Thomas Roth, if that makes sense. The brands that I did a long, long time ago, I've either really grown to love or I've kind of forgotten. I have now gone through so many of these little Retinol Fusion PM serums. I love them. I think I've gone through 6 of them. These are just the half-ounce size. I was able to get these, 0.4 ounces. That's why I go through them so fast. I was able to pay, I believe, $5 or $6 for these. One other reason why I absolutely love Peter Thomas Roth is his sales. His sales are incredible. And then I've ended up buying a lot of Peter Thomas Roth's masks. I just find them incredible, and none of these are too harsh on my skin, which is funny because I just said the brand is kind of harsh. This is the Irish Moor mask. Is one of my favorite mud masks ever. It's somehow kind of hydrating while still being clarifying. The Rose Stem Cell mask, oh gosh, I love this mask. This will smooth out your skin so quickly. And the Cucumber mask, I ended up buying the giant size of this, and I've used a lot of it because I'm sure you guys know this about me. I love masks, but I've learned that I need to be careful with masks. Some of them are too potent. They're too potent. This one isn't. This is something that I can use anytime I just want a pick-me-up. I just want something relaxing and enjoyable that's not going to harm my skin. This is a fantastic mask for that. Then I want to talk about repurchases. This is going to be a little weird too because I don't need to repurchase stuff as long as I keep doing skincare trials. At least not yet, but I've still repurchased some stuff anyway. So let me start with this because this is the easiest to talk about. This is the Nuxe Huile Prodigeuse. I still don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I've gone through 3 bottles of this now. It is such an amazing scented body oil. It's hard to get now. This used to be sold in the US. Now I have to order it from Bath and Unwind. I love it so much. I'm so bummed about the accessibility being difficult because I'm going to need a new one soon. This is a funny repurchase, but let me go ahead and get this one out of the way. So when I reviewed the L'Oreal Revitalift, I said that I had some concerns with it, but ultimately that I thought it was a fantastic drugstore moisturizer. And I said, I want to say this was in a favorites video, I said that if I ever was out of moisturizer, I was going to go to the drugstore and just get one of these rather than try to figure out what on earth to buy at Sephora, and that is exactly what happened to me while I was traveling. So I just recently bought this, my second L'Oreal Revitalift. It really is a very, very potent, thick, greasy moisturizer, but if you have dry skin, ooh, it's wonderful. And I guess I also have some repurchases, kind of, that I purchased based off of the samples that I tried. Clinique, honestly, Clinique was such a good brand, and I did them so long ago that I've kind of forgotten about some of their products, but the Repairwear is a great daily serum. Really do enjoy this. And I also ended up buying the Origins High Potency Night Cream. I just thought it was such a good night cream that I didn't want to be without it. I've tried a lot of these kind of so-so night creams, and it's frustrating. In particular, it's frustrating to me because night cream is something that should do so much for your skin. When I have those trials where I don't like a night cream, I've been reaching for the Origins because it will restore my skin. I also keep buying the Caudalie Beauty Elixirs. I keep buying the mini sizes of these because they have them at Nordstrom Rack. I believe I pay, I think, is it $7 or $10 for these. This is amazing, but it is really expensive in the full size, and the little bottles aren't there. So I have been buying those. I also have repurchased the Kaplan MD Lip 20 mask. This has changed. This has changed my lips. So this, or what's left of it, is the Honest Beauty Magic Balm. I had no idea I was going to fall so madly in love with this. It is so nice to fix your foundation when it starts getting cakey. I keep it in my purse all the time. I just dab my finger in real lightly, dab it on any place I'm getting foundation cracking, and it solves the problem. I love this. I love it. I wish this was still available at Ulta. That's my only gripe, is now you have to order it through the site. But it's so good. I'm so surprised there's not more products like this, too. And then I have a couple more items that I've repurchased, actually swapped for, in small sizes. The Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Ampoules. These are so good. They're so expensive, though. I haven't yet committed to the full size. I kind of feel that I get somewhat similar results from the hydration of these. They're very filled with oils that I get with the LXMI. The LXMI is still a better deal for the amount you get. It's very, very greasy. I think that if you have very dry skin, you will probably love this too. One of my favorite products. If you don't have dry skin, I don't recommend it. It's going to be too oily. And then one other night cream that I've repurchased, actually I've swapped for. This is the Farmacy Sleep Tight. These three products that I'm talking about are all kind of almost dupes for each other. Sleep Tight is a very rich, heavy oil type of product. I would say, I'm speaking to you guys as somebody talking about my favorites. As a person with dry skin, I love all three of these. I would still say the Origins one is going to be a better option for normal to dry skin. And then I really loved Ole Henriksen a lot when I first tried out the brand, and I still do, but the product that I keep repurchasing is the Stay Balanced Oil Control Cleansing Cloths. These are so convenient and excellent. You don't necessarily need to buy something like that. A simple micellar water is kind of the same thing for less money, and that is why I've continued to buy the Garnier Skinactive Micellar Cleansing Water as well. I don't think this has ever been in one of these trials that I've done, but I do use this all the time. The great thing about this product is if you have hard water can actually be associated with having acne breakouts. And I realized I was having that as an issue, so I've switched over almost entirely to using only micellar water in the morning and my full cleansing routine at night, which means I now have way too much cleanser. And speaking of cleanser, oh my gosh, I've got to say how much this is one of my favorite products too. I love this so much. The Hardie Amazing Face Moringa Cleansing Balm. This is also kind of hard to get, much like the Nuxe cleanser. These are kind of cult favorites, I would say. It is so enjoyable to use, and it's so effective at removing makeup, and it never gets in my eyes. I don't know why so many makeup removers end up in my eyes. It's like they run towards them. amazing. I have 5 more products that I wanted to mention. I ended up finishing off the Mario Badescu drying lotion, although honestly I haven't needed it lately because I haven't been breaking out since switching over to the Micellar water. I don't think I'm going to repurchase this, but I might as well mention that I did use it up. I also am surprised at how much I'm enjoying the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid. I have not made another Ordinary order. I said that I was going to, but I still haven't because I haven't needed anything. However, the Ordinary is absolutely worth checking out. There really are a lot of affordable and great options that you can get through that brand. I'm just going to mention this real quickly. The e.l.f. Active Mist. I think I like this better than the Mario Badescu Mist that I've tried because it does have hyaluronic acid. If you're in a dry climate, get the Mario Badescu Mist. But if you are in a humid climate, you might like the e.l.f. Hyaluronic Acid Post-Workout Cool Down Mist. This was also not in a trial, but just a product that, as you can see, I've been loving. And then I want to mention a couple of other brands really quickly. I'm almost out of my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It's so good, but I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it because it's so expensive. But man, Tatcha really was a great brand. As was Philosophy. I think my favorite product from them is probably the Micro Delivery Peel, which I didn't give enough credit while I was talking about that brand. I realized after the fact just how much this was impacting my skin. I think this is what was giving me that glow. Sometimes it's difficult. I've talked about this before. There's some cons to doing these trials. One of them is it can be difficult to figure out which product is the star product from a brand. But I love this, and I probably will repurchase it. I really did enjoy it. So that's a lot of products that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, I guess a couple that I had never mentioned somehow. But hopefully you guys find this video helpful. It's just been a lot of information. It's been a really fun and wild ride at times. And as you guys know, I always do take suggestions, although know that from the time that I get a suggestion to the time I complete it is probably going to be around 2 to 3 months. I'm still working my way through those, and I'm really excited for the next one. The next video that you guys are going to see, I believe this Friday. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Oh, it's going to be good. Make sure you do comment below if you would like to enter into the giveaway, and let me know what your favorite skincare brand is. That is always one of my favorite questions to ask people. What is your favorite? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a like. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, YouTube.